So here we are in Folkestone today, guys, and as you can see on top of this hill we've got a small hexagonal pillbox, and as you can see, beautiful city of Folkestone down here, wonderful view. Today we're going to be trying to find, there's a abandoned Martello tower, lookout post, some strange tunnel bunker thing I found on while I was here last time, and up here there should be a bunker as well. So let's go see what we can find.
Okay guys, we found the first pillbox, just here. It's not the normal kind of pillbox, slightly different inside with a wall through the middle completely, so I'm just going to go inside and have a look. Quick camera exchange, lift up the central.
Bit of graffiti on here. Nice brick divider going through. I don't normally see that in pillboxes, but then this is quite large for a ordinary pillbox. Original paint still on the walls. Nice pinky colour, peeling off in places. You can see the original brick underneath as well.
And it's got all bubbles on it.
Yeah, a lot more original brick here. And as you can see, a lot of vandalism in here, not very good. Anyway, another interesting feature is metal on the windows, quite corroded.
There's hinges actually,
Yeah, there would have been some kind of Lewis. There would have been some kind of hatch going over to make it more bulletproof, I reckon.
Or just a shield from the wind.
And there's the alcoves on the wall as well. Oh,
you missed the pentagram, so it's just pentagram.
Lovely. So there are also these alcoves. It's just storage. And then come out the other window, similar to the other one, but you get a nice view out of this one, so
also,
so much better.
There's no hinges because they would have been here,
Yeah.
there's bolts instead. So
it's more interesting from the outside, that window, I think. It's got a nice little brick thing coming through. Might have had a roof going over this bit at some point, maybe made a corrugated iron, I don't know. Yeah, to stop the entrance to the bunker being bombed, that would have been. So, more outside the window, metal pieces.
That's fine.
And another thing I like is if you look at this, it's got the concrete going in a jagged pattern. Don't know how that would have helped. Oh wow! Wow, I did not see that before.
What are we looking at?
Oh, it's wood. There's wood up here.
What's in the wood?
That looks like it. No, that can't be. I don't know if that's original or not.
No, that can't be original. That's too
that looks really.
That's too new and high
new.
quality.
It does. But if you look at the nails, they're rusted. So I don't know
Maybe
that.
put the original nails back.
That shows they would have had a wooden thing over here at some point. It also looks, I don't know, I couldn't see the footage.
Point the camera at it.
But no, I don't know whether that's original or not, but that's interesting. So,
Metal in the walls, just reinforced.
here's Gabe. So here we are, we've reached the trig point. Here it is, the highest point of the hill. Got the pillbox in that direction, and we can now start to see the bunker and another pillbox in this direction.
Across the road.
further south, along Smallpox Hill, just from the trig point, we decided we're not going to go to the other pillbox in the end, because it's identical to the one over there, pretty much, and we've got lots of stuff to explore within a limited time frame. So, first thing you notice as you go into this bunker, we've got 3 concrete pillars. Now, we don't know what these were for, but maybe there could have been some kind of gun mounting here. You can tell that they've got little rusted iron things coming out the top of them. Again, we don't know what they're used for, but probably something like a gun mount. Also, along the floor, we have these little grooves, which are some things we also saw at St Margaret's in Cliff, our video there, within a large bunker type building. We don't know what they were for, but possibly there could have been some kind of moving structure which could have rolled along through the grooves. If you come along this way, what you'll see is there is this. I don't know what this was for. Perhaps the mechanism to open and close this large thing. As you can see by looking in it, there would have been some kind of hatch coming all over here to make it weatherproof, and so they can make it like bomb and gun proof. I don't know what this mechanism would have been used for, other than my guess that it could have been used for that. But there's also quite another interesting feature. It's got little cogs still surviving on it, here and there. I thought that's quite cool. Now, moving on to this end of the room. So, first thing I'm going to point out is we have this bit here. You see all the bricks have been rolled away. Now, this is also happening on the other side to a further extent, and this shows that this building is perhaps not going to stay up for that much longer as these erode. The next thing we can see is there's a little door frame here where there would have originally been a door. If you look at the top, there's a metal fitting for it going on the top, maybe to keep the door frame nice and stable, but the door itself has been bricked up. I don't know why it would have been bricked up. Maybe it's to make the place more secure from attack from bombs or guns or something like that. And then we can move through into this room here. This is the first room within the place. So the immediate feature you can notice are these windows here. As you can see, they still open and close with the hinges, which is a very cool feature. The fact that they still move. It's kind of cool. There's also a similar thing over here, but this one's been bricked up slightly. Would be about the same size, I think. The earth level has moved quite far up, so it's now spilling into here, and that's why you've got this earth on the floor. Perhaps this is why it's been bricked up, to preserve the building, or maybe it's bricked up at the time they were still using it. It's also got little window things on it, though whether they can open I don't know. Moving on to the second room. So the second room, I'm not going to enter this room. It's suffering from the first problem as the first, with the heightening of the earth layer, and it's all spilling through the windows. Now, this window that we can see across the other end, you can see the earth spilling through it. It's been bricked up slightly to try and prevent this process. However, there is another window on the right side, and this window has been bricked up entirely to stop this process. And by the look of things, the window hinges still work and you can still open and close it, but I haven't tested this yet. So we just come down the hill from Smallpox Hill, which is up there, and here we've got the old remains of a Roman villa. This was an archaeological dig site for a while, and they decided to excavate it because it was slowly falling off the cliff due to erosion. And I actually used to be part of a archaeological club called the Young Archaeologists Club, and I actually did a little bit of excavation here myself, and we found bits of like pottery and stuff, but not much. So we obviously we're not going to go in there and have a look or anything. It's not that much, but it's all been covered over. But there was a villa here, so it's an interesting part of history. So here we are on the beach, and this is actually quite an interesting beach here, because first reason is all sorts of people have just thrown rubbish off the cliff in the past. Either that or it's eroded off the cliff. So as you can see, you get bits of buildings and stuff from where all the rubble's fallen down, and you also get a load of these, which I believe are anti-tank things from the war to stop them from coming across and landing here. And a very interesting piece of rubbish which has come down is this old engine here, which we just found. Very rusted, but very interesting as well. Let's carry on. Another interesting feature of this beach is all the fossils you can find on it, because all the clay here and the clay strata comes out of Folkestone. That's where you got all the fossils in. Like this fossil here, it's a bit of ammonite, but it's not like the usual piece of ammonite where it's curled in a spiral. This is a piece of the, I think they U-shaped the ammonites. So, just a fossil. So we've come across the beach from where we were, and this is what we were aiming to find. It's a large concrete structure on the beach, and consists of a small tower bit over here, main part here, which is slightly elevated, hole in the middle, clearly the entire thing is hollow, and there's a tower just here which sticks up. Now, we don't know what this is, but judging by the pipes everywhere, we think it's some kind of sewage outlet, and we're fairly sure it's abandoned, but we're not 100% sure. So it doesn't smell very bad, so I think it's abandoned.
Okay, so we've just come from that bunker style thing down there, which is actually what we believe is a drainage system. Come up the cliff from down there up to here, and you can see just behind us is a battery similar to St. Martin's, which was in Dover, except it's just one singular building. It's also square, not partly circular, and the gun mount is completely metal rather than just having the metal bolts that come out of the ground. It's also not got the downstairs sections as St. Martin's did, which will be on these sides, and there's no back room to this area either, so it's quite similar in style, but in other ways it's very different. And also, if you want to come this way, you can see there is a watchtower just down here where Edward is. Okay, so this is a watch post right next to the battery style thing we just looked at. It's got no known entrances that we can see, because as you can see over there, there's a boarded up door and a blocked up window that's been concreted in. And also these would have been hatches that would have lowered down from the top to probably reveal nothing, as Edward said, while he sits there eating his curry. And
oh well, a hole for them to look through, not nothing.
You know what I meant. Anyway, yeah. And there would have been wooden pillars in between each one, but you can see the last 2 or 3 have been knocked out or have just deteriorated from time.
So here we are at the top of the hill, and look what we found. Found the Martello Tower. Now this Martello Tower is actually on a golf course, but the owners of the golf course don't mind that much. You always see dog walkers walking their dogs along this golf course. So as you can see, there are some steps going up, and you can actually see inside. It's locked up, so you can't get inside. You can see the central part of it. There's a pillar in the middle, which is part of the central like way to keep it up, keep it strong. There are some windows on the side. There's one this side, one on the other side, and some little hatches. So that's quite an interesting feature. But other than that, it's just generally a big round shape, because that's a very strong shape. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm fairly sure that Martello Towers were originally Napoleonic, but they were used in other wars, such as like World War I and World War II as well, I believe. So this is quite an interesting thing to see. Pity that we can't get in it, but we're about to go up the steps in a second, so we can have a look inside without going inside. Let's go. We go up the steps and film inside. But actually getting inside, not possible. Actually see further inside than I thought, with the door being actually open. Interesting. Anyway, got a pipe going up the side. As you can see, this is locked, no entrance in. So to conclude our explore for today, I think that was a pretty good explore. We found the bunker at the top of the hill and the pillbox all the way up there, and then after we'd found them, we came down here by the path, and then we walked down through the warren along the beach till we found the sewage outlet or whatever it was, and then we came up the cliff to the watch post and the battery, and then we came up to the Martello Tower. So found a good few things today. Saw a bit of the old history. It was quite interesting, I think. So good explore.
Okay guys, today we are in Folkestone and we are going to try and find some abandoned stuff. And that is not a pillbox, that is in fact 2 pillboxes.
No, it's not.
No, I know it's not, you moron.
It's actually a binary pillbox.
Oh, it's actually a hexagonal fort, I think you'll find. It is a hexagonal fort, look.
Give me that, please.
High on the hill was a lonely goat. Yodelay, your people.
Oh. I'm not filming, mate.
He is filming you.